C-Town, stand up. We are back here at the lunch table, Seattle's #1 source for hip-hop news and discussion. I'm Caj Encee, always with my guy, Feezable The Germ. We're down one here today. m-pyre's at home. But we're going to get into it here this week, man. First thing we saw this week, we saw boy 21 Savage, man. He got released from ICE.
Yes.
He was detained from ICE, man. He got released. It looked like it was pretty wrongful doing, man. It looked like he was straight targeted,
He was
man.
targeted. He was definitely targeted, bro. At this point, I feel that it was a gift and a curse. When you think about it, what we're going through today in the age of America, you have Trump that's against 401k visas at the moment, being that 21 Savage is, I guess, allegedly not from the United States. He's, what was he?
UK.
Okay,
London.
shout out to London. Yeah, shout out to London. But it was interesting to me. It was interesting that, this agenda is being pushed, and also he made it out clean in this case. But, man, I'm beginning to think this is on a deeper level, though.
I feel it. And one thing that we saw, I remember when it first came out that he got detained. Azalea Banks, loud ass, man. Always chipping and chirping. She was like, wow, we really got, hoodwinked out here. We really got tricked. You know what I'm saying? He really put on a full show. Like, he's this tough street dude. You know what I'm saying? But he's really from the UK. Do you feel like that, that
doesn't discredit him whatsoever.
Right.
That does not discredit him. You got goons in the UK.
Exactly.
They probably go harder than us.
I feel it.
Bro,
No,
Elephant's Castle, bro. I know their hoods. Like, they really go hard out there.
No, I thought that was done. I mean,
they just do it with accent.
Everywhere. Anywhere you go in
anywhere, it's a ghetto everywhere, bro. There's tough guys everywhere.
Anywhere you go in the U.S. And that goes for the same for here in Seattle. Goes for the same. You know what I'm saying?
There's tough guys everywhere, bro.
There's slums everywhere, man.
There's a struggle everywhere, and also there's proof that he was putting in work in Atlanta. So, and you got Big Bank Black, a homie from ATL. You got a lot of those dudes that back 21 that said gave him his credentials. Like, yo, Buddy is really about it. So yeah, I think she threw a little. She always throwing hater puffs everywhere, bro. She just throw a puff here, puff there, hater puff there. Like, bro, she's a clown. She's a dweeb.
No, yeah, she's always trying to get a headline for something.
Bitter.
And it's never about the music, bro. I don't remember the last time I seen a headline for Azalea when it came to the music.
Nah, never impressed. Never.
Now, do you think this affects where he says he's from Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? I think it said he moved from the UK over to Atlanta when he was about 6 years old. Do you think he can still say he's from Atlanta, or do you think that kind of changes a little bit?
Your birthplace doesn't mean nothing. I could say I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but was raised in Nebraska for 18 years. You feel me? Home is where you feel
raised in Nebraska?
Hell no, I wasn't raised in no damn Nebraska.
Cornhusker ass nigga,
man. I was born and raised Chicago, but also moved to Washington for a couple years and also moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I got the experience out the way from all corners. But honestly, it's really where home is. You consider home. He put in the most work. He made his money. He laid his bones in Atlanta. You feel me? Like, for me right now, Chicago and Seattle are my homes because I laid my bones, I paid my money, I paid my dues, I got my credentials in both areas. So, yeah, home is home. It's what you consider. It's not for everyone else to dictate. It's only what you know. You know what I'm saying? So I go with him. If you want to say he's from Atlanta, he's from Atlanta. He got official dudes that can vouch for him on that as well. So,
I'm glad that it happened to a high-profile rapper. You know what I'm saying? This conversation of where are they from? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, as we saw earlier this year, Lil Mosey. You know what I'm saying? Niggas came out the woodwork left and right. He ain't really from Seattle. Nigga from Montlake Terrace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, it's, 10 minutes north. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Literally. And on top of that, if you want to get intricate, detailed about it, let's talk about it. Think of Atlanta. Most of the Atlanta rappers are from Decatur or Augusta.
I don't think Migos is really from Atlanta.
Bro,
I think they're from
Atlanta
that's
is
why they say the north side. That's why they say
Atlanta is just downtown, bro. Like, that's really what Atlanta is. If you've ever been to Atlanta, there's Decatur, there's Stone Mountain, there's da-da-da-da. Stone Mountain, Decatur is pretty much the same thing, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter, bro. It's the capital we represent. Like, that's like someone saying, I'm from Spokane, but I rep Seattle.
Right.
I get you. Okay, you're from there, but you're representing the capital right now.
We're repping the town.
Yeah, that's all it is. You know what I mean?
I don't really get I'll never get it. I'll never understand. I don't even know.
It's because hip hop is beginning. This is what everyone needs to understand. Hip hop is in between. It doesn't have dog years compared to the artist and the artist. The artists have dog years. The actual culture is young forever young. But also we have to learn how to test the time when it comes to pick and choose where our maturity is at as a culture. The hip hop culture hasn't really figured that out yet. Jay-Z, he's what, 46, 47?
He's up there, yeah.
He's helping push the culture in a mature direction to let you know there's different avenues. There's another aspect of the culture where it's getting a little older now, more mature, more sensitive, more patient. I feel that this culture right now is not reaching that. It's not understanding it, and it doesn't want to understand. That aspect of it hasn't grown yet. We all move around, bro. Everyone has moved around. We've all been from several other places. Our parents, sometimes you can't afford rent this month. Okay, we got to move around, find somewhere cheaper. You know what I mean? Might have to get on Section 8. We have to be honest about that. You know, a lot of people hide from that. We all have a struggle, but we want to rep one hood, one city, one part. We can't do that. Not anymore. We have people that were army brats. We have people that have moved around due to Section 8 housing. There's so many aspects of that in America, and I feel that we haven't even touched on that. 21 Savage is just a start of that because of 401k visas. You feel me? And he's not the only that's moved over from London to the States. And there's several people that's done it early in their careers. So I think we need to be a lot more honest on where we're at in that aspect.
Who are the other ones? Who are some of the other ones that have kind of
Cardinal Official, he's from the UK, but he's lived over here for since he was 18, 19.
I know for myself.
You have a couple. I can't name them off the top of my head, but these are irrelevant dudes at this point.
I know for myself, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Seattle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for my grandpa having a house more north of Seattle, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to provide a better setting for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he actually gave his house to my mom and my dad so that we could live up north. You know what I'm saying? And have, you know what I'm saying, and have a better life up north and and just be just in a place that they thought would be better for us growing up. Me and my sister be a better place for us growing up. And I don't hate that, you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful he was able to provide that for us. But off top, you know what I'm saying? I'm born in Seattle, so I'm repping Seattle all day. You know what I'm saying? I got the song Home by 6, you know what I'm saying? Born here, wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in, I stayed, you know what I'm saying? I played for Rotary Style, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was in the CD 3-4 times a week, you know what I'm saying? Down there at the Boys and Girls Club, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. You know, you may were set up this way, but you still rock from over here. You still made you know what I'm saying? You left your prints here, there. You left, you know what I mean? We were building with people in different areas.
Right.
That's like me, in Chicago, I could say I'm from out south, but also I lived up north. But I've also laid a lot of bones out north and just did, schooling and just being a regular kid out south.
Right.
It's different things. It's all about who you rocking with, where you at, time and place, who you associated with. That's all.
Well, at the end of the day, definitely happy, thankful that 21's out. You know what I'm saying? That would have been something crazy if we would have seen him get deported. I'm not sure if there's any still further developments, you know what I'm saying, that could send him back. But right now we know he's free. I know you know what I'm saying, a lot of people jumped to help. You know what I'm saying? Meek was on the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was on the forefront. A lot of people just speaking out like, this ain't right. So we're trying to take the action to make it happen.
Exactly.
But moving on, this week we saw some crazy shit this week. The fucking Gucci.
I'm wearing red and green right now.
Nah, but that ain't the man.
It's not Gucci.
Nah,
no, it's not Gucci.
Nah, we can't rep that no more, man.
We can't
rep that no more. They put out the Gucci clothing. It looks like a turtleneck, you know what I'm saying, where if you unroll it and it come up over your face, it got the big old red lips, you know what I'm saying, making an attempt at what looks like the black face, you know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know who pulled up on Floyd, but Floyd, I know you seen the interview.
T.I. did. And Soulja Boy went at him.
but it was like a TMZ. It was like just a reporter.
Yeah,
they pulled up on him outside. They said, hey, Floyd, you know what I'm saying? You heard about the whole Gucci thing? Nigga didn't know. And it was like, they put out the whole blackface, you know what I'm saying? What looks like a blackface piece of clothing. A lot of people are enraged about it. Floyd went on to say, hey, I don't care, man. I'm living my life out here. I'm about to go on a yacht. You see how these things just came back. You know what I'm saying? Like the most ignorant answer you could ever give, and just make this nigga look so stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then T.I. came out with diss record,
right?
Fuck nigga diss record,
right?
And then Floyd responded to that record. He said, you know what I'm saying? Before you judge how white people are affecting black people, why don't you and the rest of the hip hop community think about the images and the content that you are putting out that perpetuates the stereotypes that white people prey on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know that was Floyd's ghostwriter.
Yeah, you know that was a ghostwriter. You know that was your
I know you see the thing. It was real articulate. He was real articulate and eloquent the way he put it out. But does that hold some weight? Does that hold some truth?
That holds a lot of truth, bro. That's been something we've all wanted to say for years. That's why we have J. Cole and hip hop. So when he said he wasn't wrong, but was he wrong for not defending us? Depends how you want to take it. Because honestly, with Gucci, we've all supported Gucci. We've all aspired to have a Gucci belt with the big GG or the big G on the buckle. You know,
I don't even like Gucci like that, man.
I like Gucci, but I don't like luxury like that. I'm not a big head on that. Only when it counts. Only when it's like when we go into one of those joints that Ishmael be throwing. You know what I'm saying? One of his events. Shout outs to Ishmael, Stanford Gwinnett. Honestly, it was art to me. I was like, that's crafty. That was cool. I give it to him to a degree, but would we feel the same if it was a black brand, luxury brand, high-end brand, black-owned? Would we feel the same? We got to think about that.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the barriers.
Will we call it
Kanye's
a breakthrough? Check me out. Will we call it the breakthrough masterpiece or something that's revolutionizing us as we've grown since then and whatnot? This is art. I'm 50-50 with it, bro. I'm a little 50-50 with it, but I will be at our people's defense that, I don't think they had, I don't think they're not valid enough to do a design like that. If it would have came out the black community, I would have been all for it to some degree.
But we would have never put out something like that. You know what I'm saying? In the flip side of it, I know you probably.
It depends on the concept, though. The concept we're going for. If it was a part of some kind of historian, black museum, or something like that to represent designer aspects or our breakthrough evolution as a culture, it can go many ways.
But I mean, we just ridiculed Drake earlier this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Pusha T put out the artwork for Adidon or Adonis, you know what I'm saying? It had the old resurfaced picture of Drake in the blackface. Everyone took off on it, didn't even know the reasoning behind it, when really the reasoning behind it was he had did a campaign for a clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? It was one of his homies' clothing brand, and what they were trying to point out was just the unfair stereotype, or you know what I'm saying, that blackface is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But people took off on it, and that was from the black community. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even see it being a piece that even the black community would be okay if the black community put it out. But as you were saying, this is the opportunity for us to start supporting more black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? Which really brings us back to, you know what I'm saying, Damon. I forgot Damon's last name. He was on Shark Tank. But that's the nigga that created Fubu.
Yeah. I'll be going to his seminars every now and then in Bellevue, too, when he comes into town. I just don't be buying them packages they be giving out.
He's the one that created Fubu. And, of course, you know, Fubu stands for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and that never has really resonated to me up until now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really got to be supportive of our community.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? We really got to be reaching out to these, not reaching out, we got to be supporting the high-end brands. You know what I'm saying? We got to do our research, and that's one of the things, as crazy as the stuff that he's been saying, that's one of the things one of the barriers Kanye's trying to break down. He's been talking about, I'm trying to be up in the Polo office. I'm trying to be in the Louis Vuitton office. I'm trying to be
bigger than that. He saw it coming.
Office, or the Nike and the Adidas office, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't agree with how he moves all the time, but
yes.
I haven't disagreed with none of his messages, though. The messages, except for the fucking slavery one, that one was
slavery was a choice. And there was another one as well. Is in regard to Trump, but we can figure that out later.
But no, that's probably the most commendable thing that he's done outside of music.
Facts.
And in the Yeezy, it's slowed on the steam, but that's one of the most bona fide shoes out right now over the last several years. You know what I'm saying? The lines for them was always crazy.
That's a fact. Even though right now they're having a campaign checks over stripes.
I think I mean, just to touch on it lastly, I think there does have to be a conversation, because those are the very things that white people look at black people, and they say, "Wow, y'all." That's what they say all the time, bro. You know what they say when they're like Black Lives Matter. When we say Black Lives Matter, they say, "What about Chicago? These niggas don't even love themselves, man. They shooting themselves up." They love to say that. That's their number one.
That's drugs, though. That's
the
drugs.
number one counter. That's the number.
It is the number one counter.
Instead of saying, "Hey, we're trying to help out," you're saying, they literally sounds like they're saying, "We're not gonna help you out until you help yourselves out." You know what I'm saying? So I think Floyd's ghostwriter did have, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Floyd is not, to use a word, perpetuate.
No. But I think, the message in there, it definitely holds some weight. And I think rappers, but I don't think it's ever gonna disappear. And that's the
T.I. and for him to speak on, but T.I. has also made his transition away from speaking more trap. Well, his latest project was trap to a degree, but T.I., I see the progress in him compared to most rappers, that he has made a change to some degree with his content in the music, because he was always talking about dope, trapping, dope boy, yeah.
The worst part about it, of how it all ties together, bro, is the system is set up for us to have to be that way.
Yeah, we're set up to play a certain role in this thing. We're gonna always be here, but to a degree. Our presence is only going to be felt through our community and our community only.
Like until black people are not completely oppressed and held down by systematic oppression and racism, bro, like, we're going to continue to rap about the lives that we know.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's the unfortunate part about the truthfulness of Floyd's statement. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at what we're putting out and what the young kids is looking up to us for. That's what I try to do in my own music, man. I really don't be trying to glorify all that. That was a place in my time, but I really don't be trying to glorify all that, man. I don't even really be trying to cuss on in my type of music.
I'm getting to the point where in my music, these are certain aspects, things that I know, but I have to back away from it a bit too, just to be out. And that's why I like to be versatile. In order to be versatile, you have to be willing to give people just certain aspects of you, not just one thing that you feel that you need to represent for. If you're a hip-hop artist but with street lingo, that's cool. But that's not the only thing you represent. You represent different aspects in this culture of your emotions, of your psyche, and what goes on in this world, not just in our communities. So, man, this is a grown up. This is maturity. This is maturity for us. I think our coaches beginning to be like, okay, cool, we got to get the NAACP department for this culture a little bit and learn how to grow.
Mm-hmm. The maturity is coming. As you said with J. Cole, as you said with Jay-Z, we've seen it with Meek Mill. All these, they always say hip hop is a young man's game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real gatekeepers is the vets. You know what I'm saying? The veterans. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of the youngins is holding. I think the youngins keep the game hot. But they're not
keeps it relevant.
They're not really.
They're not building the infrastructure. They're not looking at the blueprint saying, let's build something over here. Let's take something over there. Let's develop this over there. Definitely, I agree with you. That's why we have dudes like Hove. That's why we have guys like Jim Jones. We have, even though he's not a mogul yet, but I see his moves. But we have Jay, a Meek Mill, Kevin Hart, Diddy. We have all these figures that's really care about this culture and really want to do something with it and take it in a different direction. We gotta police ourselves.
I think we look at Hove as probably the main seat holder. You know what I'm saying? The head seat holder of speaking out and trying to make change. Who do we think is gonna be? I mean, there's so many artists, but who do we think that torch, the main seat holder torch, gets passed off to?
Right
like
now,
it's too early. Like a J. Cole.
It's too early right now. I say J. Cole because all right, here we go. This is where it gets interesting. Hip hop is definitely going to take a different direction and shift away from high-end luxury to being a real. No, I'm not going to say being a real culture. I'm going to say just being the culture is going to go in a different direction. So, say if Meek Mill becomes the gatekeeper, it's going to be the same thing, but less momentum compared to what Jay and Diddy did. Now, say if it goes to J. Cole, you'll see it from a political aspect. You'll see it from a community aspect. You see it from an economic, aspect. We're doing more for the communities versus just stunting with jewelry, having nice suits on at mansions. We're doing something much bigger for a community and for a bigger cause. We're fighting a different fight now. Now we know the game is becoming a threat once again, and it's helping our communities. It's helping our people. It's helping us love ourselves again and love our people. I feel that's where the black community is at. We judge each other so quick. As soon as we step out the car, like, oh, look at this. Nah. Even the black women look at some black men and judge automatically. Mm-hmm. And this is something, I mean, I've witnessed it. I've been a victim of it to a degree where I got to go back in on you. I got to roast. I got a quick mouth, so I'm like, I'm going to go back in on you. But I think we just need to learn how to love ourselves first and then love each other. And then from there, we can do more positive. We don't support each other enough. We're so busy in competition with one another. We don't give each other the opportunity to build on a positive level. Mm-hmm. We need to do that more.
I think we definitely need to tap into this new avenue that hip-hop can take, but I don't want it to limit any other avenue.
It's not going to limit any other avenues because
I don't
we
want
have
the party
everybody
to go away. You know what I'm saying?
No, the party's never going to go. That's what this is based off on. This is what it's based off of. But if we have, like you said, we have the young boys holding it down, keeping it relevant. We got the OGs keeping the infrastructure alive, and they're keeping the building together. They're paying the mortgage.
Right.
You feel me? We letting everybody else come in and make their rent. Then we're going to have a political aspect. We're going to have a community aspect. We're going to have so many different bases. A gay aspect. There's different. You have gay rappers now that can actually rap. There's certain things that are going to keep this culture alive. We're versatile. We have to treat it as that. We can't just stay in these 1 or 2 pockets.
Right. I feel it, man. Well, moving on here. As we've seen the multiple developments with 6ix9ine, the latest one that we saw, I just seen the headline yesterday. Reports say he's supposed to get 0 jail time and will go into witness protection. He's going into witness protection. He's gonna, if he does that, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have to get rid of the rainbow hair.
Moving to Seattle.
He's gonna have to cut off his hair. He might have to get a couple tats removed. You know what I'm saying? One thing I thought about, because I've been seeing a lot of debate online. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously he's been telling. You know what I'm saying? He's been cooperating to the fullest, especially if he's getting 0 jail time. And I've been seeing people a lot of like, one side of what I've been seeing on the debate is, yo, why would you, no matter what the street code is, the people who he's supposed to be defending and keeping his mouth silent in court is the same cats that was smashing his baby's mom.
Yeah, I knew that was happening, though. I saw it on the lives. You just saw how the vibes were.
And the same cats that's, you know what I'm saying, not telling about millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Keeping different numbers off the books.
Stealing money from them.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If it was you, I mean, shit, for me, I have a hard time trying to defend somebody like that. It's different. I think it's different, but like you straight double cross me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I fully understand you're in the street, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to abide by street code.
I say this, though.
But I understand both sides completely and fully 110%.
Definitely. Now, if I was in that position, what would I do? I'll tell you what I do. If I got the bread, I'm icing them. I'm icing them all. You sleep with my baby moms. You got a full-blown relationship. You had her get Trey. You had her get Trey weights tatted on her arm on IG Live. You in my home, well, in her home while I'm not there and present. You supposed to be doing business with me and rocking with me. You don't be over here messing with my personal life. Then on top of that, you stealing money from me. You giving the bag off to everybody in the camp and in the fleet. So, I mean, I'm not gonna tell on you. But I'm going to put a hit on you. I'm going to put a hit on you. I got a bag, so I'm going to put a hit on you. Like, that's just going to have to happen.
No, I feel it's going to just have to, it would have to be a personal vendetta. But if you know what I'm saying? But if you don't,
I gotta do
if you're
some
not
time,
telling you're in jail, you can't do that. You ain't going to have the ammo.
You got access. You got access.
No, you're not going to have the resources to do that.
Man, bro, if you 6ix9ine, you got all that paper, bro, you're going to have some kind of access.
What paper?
bro.
It's on court fees. He's gonna lose. Bro, as far as I know, he not.
Bro,
Gonna
I ain't thinking about the time at that point. I'm thinking about revenge.
He might. I don't think he's got any of that. He don't think he got much left after all these court fees, man.
But no. He gonna still have some paper on in, bro. If he did his paperwork right with his hits, he's gonna be all right.
You right.
Royalties, he'll be all right.
You right. I feel that.
In retrospect, or in hindsight.
No, if he's able to keep streaming and keep his hits live, you know what I'm saying? Keep staying on the rap caviars, but that might be, who knows? I don't know. I don't think Spotify and Apple Music playlisters are worried about street code. You know what I'm saying? They're just worried. Well,
they're not worried about.
Streaming.
They worry about R. Kelly. That I would say that because what 6ix9ine did is honestly something they will call that man. They won't call him a hero, but they will say that he did the right thing in their world in order to protect his music, his money, and his future in the industry. Because he's going to still be effective in the music. It just won't be towards the official crowd. He will have to turn into a party artist that has less aggression, less swearing, and less of a gangster image.
No, I think he's done. I think he's all the way done, bro. I don't think he's even going to get let back in the rap game. I think, damn, it's crazy, though, because, you know what I'm saying, the whole demographic, all the demographics that are not the black community do not really care about that. You know what I'm saying? When you go to these shows, it's really not a whole bunch of black people in there. It's really all the other races.
He might have to join up with reggaeton.
I don't know. I just feel like him coming back in. I don't feel like it's just not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We saw Meek Mill. He was like, "You're canceled, bro." He said, "You're canceled."
You out.
So I don't think. I think what is out right now is what he's gonna have to earn any last bit of paper off of.
Yeah.
But as far as putting new music out, I don't think that's gonna. Damn.
He got hits with A Boogie and Nicki Minaj, so we'll see what's what.
That's my inkling, but then I feel like I could also be wrong. But moving on, speaking of streaming though, after a 10-year anniversary, man, Drizzy Drake, the infamous So Far Gone mixtape, after a decade, is now available for streaming on
Holly
Apple
Humble, always repping. That was my line.
That was. I think we could all agree that was probably the tape that, you know what I'm saying, thrust him into stardom.
Yeah, that was So Far Gone was something special. I remember when that mixtape dropped. At first, when I was hearing about Drake, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna mess with it. But I was getting married that year. No, I got married the year after it dropped. And I see my sister-in-law and some of her friends just singing, in our backyard or whatnot, singing some of the joints off that album. And going back to that project, listening to that I keep calling it an album, it's a mixtape, but it felt like an album.
It was 18 tracks.
Bro, it felt like an album.
You don't see most albums be 18 tracks these days.
But he definitely left an impact. And I feel looking back then into where he is now, he's definitely made a change, a shift. He's still dominant. We were waiting for him to really take the game. We were all waiting for him, and at some point, we were just like, nah, that single's not hard enough. Nah, we don't want to hear that. Oh, he's delivering girl records. We don't want to hear that. And honestly, what if Drake was just a different kind of guy? And I felt that he took the game by storm once he started doing DJ Khaled features, Rick Ross features, and when he hit with the Nothing Was the Same album, I felt he had the game by then.
No, he had the game. No, he had the game by his throat.
By his throat
by Nothing Was the Same.
He
had cats waiting, like, you know what I'm saying? Cats trying to like download the rip somewhere.
Exactly,
you know
bro. He really was delivering something different, and I feel that he's been very influential. I appreciate him being in this game. I had the pleasure of meeting this man. Like within 48 hours, I met this man like 6 times. I chiefed with his brother, like 10 blunts in. I kicked it with his staff, his father. Like I met his dad. I kicked it with his dad for 2 days, and all Dennis wanted to do was kick it, drink wine, see Seattle. And for me to understand where this man comes from, where he was at, where he's going, I do appreciate Drake for being in this culture, bro. He's left an impact with that project. That started everything. It started everything. He shifted the game with that, especially when it comes to production.
I think he's been the biggest shapeshifter. Kanye tries to say Kanye tries to say but he has no like. I might get ate up for this, but I feel like Kanye's influence isn't nearly the same as Drake's. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Everybody's saying everybody from the 6 now. If you got, you know what I'm saying? If you from, he's talking about Toronto, but if you got 6 in your area code or anywhere, everyone's saying the 6. Like,
but he turned 6 to a 9 though.
It's both now.
Right.
It's both now. But I mean, like over in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? They got Zone 6. You know what I'm saying? Where Gucci's from now. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've heard 21 Savage and Gucci say, oh, I'm from the 6. You know what I'm saying? From the 6 to over here. It's just like, it was always Zone 6, but he just changed up the way that you said it.
Yeah.
Like
the
impact.
He's a trendsetter. He's a true leader.
True trendsetter, bro. True innovator. And
he got us wearing beards now. I got to get mine back out. I messed it up a little bit.
I feel you,
get
bro.
mine back out.
I feel you. So definitely some of my favorite songs on there was Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Yes, Houston.
Successful with Trey Songz. Man, I think the number one November 18th.
Oh, yo.
Chopped and Screwed.
Yes. You know
what I'm saying? Best I Ever Had.
Of course. That was Kanye sabotaged that video, bro. I've been said it because he was the one who directed that video, and everyone was giving it bad reviews.
I don't remember that video.
I do remember that video. You remember that Drake? I'm the best you ever had. It's the baddies in the cheerleading locker room.
I do remember that. And it was like the basketball scene.
Yeah, I was upset with Kanye for that. I said he sabotaged this boy already, and they've been at it for some years. I feel Kanye was always.
That's a crazy relationship.
He was jealous. He was always jealous of Drake, bro.
That is a crazy relationship. And, of course, Unstoppable, man. That was another good cut on there.
Nah, he had a couple more. I think that whole tape was banging.
No, yeah. Those is definitely...
What's the joint with him and Bun B?
What is the joint with him and Bun B? I forgot what that one was.
That was the one, too.
That was a dope record. That's when he was really... I mean, obviously, the record, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, you know what I'm saying? He had a big influence be on him from Houston. Mm-hmm. And then he's talked about that. And, like, he put out a really long IG post when it was announced that this would be back on streaming service, for the first time. He was giving out a lot of thank yous, and he was definitely thanking Houston, you know what I'm saying, for this part of his sound.
Shout out to Jay Prince and the Prince family.
And they're Houston too.
Yeah, so that's where it came from. Exactly, he was out there for a minute.
He gave a big shout out to Houston, man.
He was out there for a minute working with them while they were building them up.
I'm going to definitely have to get that in rotation here today, man. That is going to do it for everything we got here, man. But I'm trying to ask you about something, man. When's Renegade Fabric coming out, bro?
Man, the upload got me. I was like, hold up. But when I upload it's going to, we will let it be known now. Renegade Fabric, the official project won't drop until another week. But Renegade Fabric, the song will be out this Wednesday, this Thursday.
So the single is the
Wednesday, Thursday,
is the title of the project.
Renegade Fabric. And I apologize to everybody that was waiting on this. I apologize, but it's definitely going to be out. I'm here to announce even now that won't be the only project dropping from me in the month of I'll have another one coming out in March. So Renegade Fabric 1 will be out this month. Renegade Fabric 2 will be out in March. Renegade Fabric 3 April, and if we can double up, we're going to drop another one possibly in April as well. So 2 projects in April. Hopefully, we can get everything aligned and scheduled properly and marketing set up. But, Renegade Fabric single drops this week, the project week after.
I feel it, bro.
I see you, though, bro. The new joint is great. But you play this for me, we already
know.
But with the video to go with it, I was like, bro, it's deadly right now.
Bro, I'm scumming crazy all 2019. The cook up
same gang, never lane. I was like,
Hendrix Cobain thing,
bro. Like I had to film that. I was like, hold it.
You know what I'm saying?
Even last night when you performed, bro, I was like, this bro found it. He got it. He got it right now. He got it. Bro, I was like, I need some features, bro. Again.
I'm like, yo, I'm coming crazy, bro. No, we're gonna link up. I already told you, man.
Yes, bro. Yeah, we already on it. We talked about that earlier.
I already told you. Nah, man. Paris Nights out now. If you haven't heard the single, go cop that, man. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, man. Wherever you need it, it's gonna be there. New music video out now. Also, peep it on Facebook, man. Run that up. YouTube, it's everywhere, man. So go check that out, man. Paris Nights is out now. Yo, that is going to do it for us here at the lunch table this week here, man. As always, be sure to get in any one of our inboxes, man. We love the suggestions. We love the topics, man. We always trying to hear from y'all. But we'll get back with y'all. Get with us every single Monday via the RMR Facebook page. I'm Caj Encee, Feezable The Germ. We're out of here, man.
You say you that guy, but you ain't never came close. What? My shit too potent, just how the doc wrote it. And no, we is not the same dose. Nah, I want the doubt, I benefit from it. Yeah, you know how the saying goes. Quicker to mention your cons, faster than nails say your pros. I pay all cash, you niggas finance. No, this is not the same dope. Check, I stick to my script and play my part well, but ain't no James Franco.